Welcome to Film Flickers. I'm your host, Jessica Headley. Get ready for the bold and the bizarre as we take you on a colorful ride of what's hitting the box office next weekend at Santikos theaters, what showed down the competition last weekend, and those details movie lovers like you simply need to know. But first, like Film Flickers on Facebook right now and play along. You can win all sorts of great prizes a little bit later in the show. You'll also find valuable clues there as well. Now, speaking of bold, the new Muppets movie, Muppets Most Wanted, is stepping out in a whole new way with kings and queens of comedy like Tina Fey, Ricky Gervais, and Ty Burrell. The Muppets go on a global tour only to wind up in a global mess with one of the world's most wanted criminals.
The world's greatest criminal has stolen the greatest treasures, escaped the greatest prisons, and he bears a strong resemblance to someone you know.
It's not easy being mean.
It's Constantine, the world's most dangerous frog.
Check this out. Ah!
Oh, look, it's Kermit.
Ah!
Ah! Well, what did you do with Kermit?
There must be some mistake. I'm Kermit the Frog. I'm not Constantine.
You're going to be here a while.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here. I am Kermit, and now you guys have all the freedom you want.
What? When do I do the indoor running of the bulls?
I can't watch.
Dominic, international tour manager.
Dominic, bad guy?
Badgie. It's French.
My name will go down in history as greatest thief of all time.
You mean our names, right?
Of course. My name first, then spacebar, 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 your name.
Hit it, boys.
This spring,
Do you guys think that Kermit's been acting a little weird lately?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. He's never been more caring or devoted to me.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Ricky Gervais, Ty Burrell, and Tina Fey.
This is my cow. It is illegal now for its massive size.
Plus, so many Hollywood stars, it'll leave you wanting more.
Yeah, no more. Waka waka.
There's only one guy in this world who can save us. Only one frog who can restore order.
Let's get out of here.
Bring justice and set things right.
You are talking about Kermit, right?
CIA. Interpol.
This is my travel badge. Here's my real badge.
You must have been looking at the wrong badge.
You were saying?
Muppets Most Wanted.
Sigma!
I am not Constantine.
Lights out! Turn them back on. I can't see anything. You'll have to wait till I'm like out of the hallway.
Everybody's feeling alright.
Well, if you're going to find yourself in the middle of mayhem, why not do it with the Muppets? It premieres this Friday at Santikos theaters. Now it's time for you to win at home. Unscramble these letters to reveal the winning movie title. If you're correct, you will win dinner and a movie for two at Silo Elevated Cuisine and Santikos theaters. Email your answer to moviescramble@filmflickers.com. Put your answer in the subject line to be eligible. I'll announce the winners next week, and the 10th and 20th correct emails will each win. Up next, often compared to the Hunger Games trilogy, Divergent is the first in a series of 3 adventure novels and a worldwide bestseller, starring Shailene Woodley and Kate Winslet. I give you Divergent.
100 years ago, after the war, our founders created a system they believed would create lasting peace. They divided society into 5 factions.
The only way you can survive is for each of you to claim your rightful place.
Everyone is tested to determine who we are and where we belong.
Say goodbye to your families.
Are you nervous?
Oh. I'm terrified.
You ready? Your results were inconclusive.
That's impossible.
It's not impossible. It's just extremely rare. You're able to control and conquer your fears. They call it Divergent. You don't fit into a category. They can't control you. You can't trust anyone. You have to hide inside a faction to survive.
Welcome to Dauntless. Initiates, we will be watching to see who you really are.
You made a mistake choosing Dauntless. They'll find out about you.
I know what you are.
You're afraid of heights.
Everyone's afraid of something, but not you. Fear doesn't shut you down and wakes you up. That's what makes you dangerous.
Divergents threaten the system. It won't be safe until they're removed.
She's gonna kill me.
We have to be ready for anything.
The world is changing. You'll have to decide who you're loyal to.
All of my life, I've lived by your rules. Not anymore.
You can see Divergent this Friday at Santikos Theaters in IMAX. Now it's time to play Who Said That? Well, if you know this famous movie quote, you'll win Brenner and a movie for 4 from IHOP and Santikos Theaters. Here's the movie quote. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Email your answers on the subject line to Who Said That at filmflickers.com. You'll find a hint on our Facebook page. The 10th and 20th correct answer will automatically win. Good luck. It's time now to see who ruled the box office world. Last weekend's box office king, 300, Rise of an Empire, truly did rise. It came in at a whopping $45 million. Mr. Peabody and Sherman following right behind it with $32 million. Hang tight till after the break. Our film crew visited Santikos Theaters and captured what some of you said about the top films now playing. Plus, hear our exclusive interview with one of Texas' very own film creators. Welcome back. Topping last week's box office was 300 Rise of an Empire. But that's no surprise after the original 300 grossed over $200 million in 2007. Take a look at the second installment of this franchise where Greek and Persian forces collide.
Leonidas and the brave 300 are dead. Have I not given enough for your dream of a united Greece, Themistocles? A king, a husband.
Avenge him.
Only the gods can defeat the Greeks. You will be a god king.
For glory's sake, war!
Generals gathered in their masses.
I will attack the Greeks with my entire navy.
Just like witches at black masses.
She has sold her soul to death himself.
In the fields of bodies burning.
She's going to bring all of hell with her.
As the war machine keeps turning.
Today we will dance across the backs of dead Greeks.
You're no god. You're just a man.
Now let's hear what local moviegoers had to say about 300 Rise of an Empire and this week's Voice of the People.
Oh, it was amazing. I loved it. I loved it.
It's very good. Awesome.
It's amazing.
It's a good movie.
Loved it. Like there's a lot of action scenes.
It's worth seeing.
It's a cool movie.
It was an interesting movie. Yeah. I'm actually Persian, so yeah. I was like, this not true. Just kidding. Persians always win.
It's a good sequel. First one set it up really, really high. That was really close.
All the fighting and a lot of action. And,
A lot of action.
But it's definitely a guy flick, and definitely go see it to be macho. It's a macho, make you want to be strong, you know?
We always love hearing from you, our viewers, so if you want to be part of our show, just head over to your local Santikos theaters. We pop up at 1 every week. Here's another chance to win. It's picture perfect time, and no, we're not talking about the selfie. I'm talking about what movie scene is this from? Be the 20th person to email your answer to pictureperfect@filmflickers.com, and you'll win 4 Fiesta Texas tickets, and you'll find a clue on our Facebook page if you need help. Someone in San Antonio has made something amazing in the film world. Tim's Vermeer is a movie about Tim Jennison, a Texas-based inventor who attempts to solve one of the greatest mysteries in the art world. How did 17th century Dutch master Johannes Vermeer manage to paint so photorealistically 150 years before the invention of photography? We recently caught up with Tim at the Bijou Theater premiere. Tim, what inspired this film?
Well, I was looking at a Vermeer in a book, and I realized that it was just impossible to paint what he painted. Based on what I know about the eye as a video engineer, I knew that the way he painted those the white walls in the back of the painting, there had to be some technical explanation, because human beings just can't see that. If you can't see it, you can't paint it. I thought that was a real genuine 350-year-old mystery, and then one day I thought of a way that maybe he did it.
Tim, where's your fake Vermeer nowadays?
Well, it's hanging over my fireplace right now, and in my bedroom, and every morning I wake up and I look at the picture and I go, man, that was a lot of work.
Thank you, Tim. Next up, when it came to the Academy Awards, it was all about 12 Years a Slave taking Best Picture, and Texas prodigy Matthew McConaughey taking Best Actor in Dallas Buyers Club. But here's the movie that harvested 7 Oscars, Gravity.
Terrific.
We have plans for you, Peter Parker. Let's go catch a spider.
What happened to your face?
I was cleaning the chimney.
We have no chimney. Wow.
Welcome back. Summer blockbusters arrive in about 8 weeks. Big names like Jennifer Lawrence, Hugh Jackman, Halle Berry, and James McAvoy are set to storm the box office in the long-awaited XMen Days of Future Past.
What's the last thing you remember? I had a glimpse into the past. You're going to have to do for me what I once did for you. as well. Side by side to end this war. Before it ever begins.
So, I wake up in my younger body, and then what?
Find me. Convince me of all of this. It's going to take the two of us.
And where do I find you?
A different path. A darker path. Logan, I was a very different man. Lead me. Guide me. Be patient with me.
Patience isn't my strongest suit. I don't want your suffering. I don't want your future.
Please. We need you to hope again.
Another major blockbuster hitting hot on the trail in May, and one of my top picks this summer shows the force behind imagination and power of music and the combustion of magic Angelina Jolie brings to the screen. Introducing Maleficent.
I know who you are. You've been watching over me my whole life. I know you're there. Your shadow has been following me ever since I was small. Don't be afraid.
I am not afraid.
Then come out.
Then you'll be afraid.
Film Flickers is brought to you in part by IHOP. Welcome back. Don't forget, for more movie previews, you can always join me Thursday nights and Friday mornings on Fox 29 News and News 4 San Antonio for Santikos Movie Moments. Only 12 days away is the divine story inspired by the biblical narrative of the Ark. Here's a look behind the scenes with the director and crew of Noah.
The name of the movie is Noah, and it's the story of Noah's Ark.
Hey, Mark. Action! A great flood is coming. We build a vessel to survive the storm. We build an ark.
There was a huge issue of what is this ark going to look like. The idea was, let's go back to what God tells Noah in the Bible.
In Genesis, the dimensions of the ark are laid out 30 cubits high by 50 cubits wide by 300 cubits long. A cubit is roughly the dimension of your elbow to your forefinger.
What is this?
This is our ark.
It basically describes a box. It doesn't talk about a bow. It doesn't have to navigate. It wasn't like Noah was trying to take the ship anywhere. It just basically has to survive the flood.
The first time I came out for the exterior ark stuff and saw the ark just lifting out of the ground, because, you see it in pictures and all that sort of stuff. Geez, it was an experience.
Our exterior set is 55 feet tall, 85 feet wide. Our version of it goes 165 feet. In our story reality, we will extend it digitally to be about 500 feet.
The set was very, very inspiring. We built it to the actual scope that's described in the Bible, which is actually a pretty impressive size ship. Movies don't really build things like this anymore.
We've been designing the Ark for over a year. It took us 6 months to build and to complete. The scaffolding you see right here is what was used by Noah and his family to apply the pitch. The pitch is all of this tar and straw and sticks and leaves that were used to seal the Ark. The idea being that it was really made with what was around.
Did you see how he made the forest to give us wood for the Ark? How he sent the birds? Has he not sent everything we need?
For more on how Hollywood built Noah's Ark, see the rest of the interview on the Film Flicker's Facebook page. Now, back in modern times, here's What's Up Hollywood with all your latest film news. Wes Anderson's Grand Budapest Hotel stunned the box office world. It brought in $800,000 in its first weekend while being in only 4 theaters. Amazing. Look for it soon at a Santikos theater near you. In the untitled sequel to Man of Steel, Jesse Eisenberg was just cast to play the role of the legendary Superman villain Lex Luthor. Mark Wahlberg, the star of Lone Survivor and Ted, will be awarded MTV's highest honor with their Generation Award in April for his work engaging that network's audience. Past winners include Jamie Foxx, Adam Sandler, Sandra Bullock, and Tom Cruise. Congrats, Mark. And finally, it was just revealed by MSN that Liam Neeson, star of hit movie Nonstop and countless others, turned down the chance to play James Bond some 18 years ago. It seems romance kind of got in the way of that happening, but I guess he ended up shaken, not cast. What? It's double take time. Here's your last chance to win one of our great prize packages tonight. Tell me which animated character does not belong in this scene. Email your answer to doubletake@filmflickers.com. The 20th correct email wins dinner and a movie for 4, courtesy of KFC and Santikos Theaters. Answers in the subject line, please. It's time now to say goodnight to you here at CW35. Just like the imagination, the movie world's possibilities are endless. Film Flickers lights up the screen again next week with more movie magic. Until then, I'm Jessica Headley. I'll see you at the movies.